is another exciting Wednesday right here on Kristocentric Station. And you know that every single Wednesday, right about this time, we're here to talk about money. Making money the Christian way. With this introduction, you know you're welcome to the Kingdom Finance series with the Financial Evangelist. And for the whole month of June, we are talking about the anatomy of multiple income streams. Last week, we spoke about what multiple income streams means. Not multiple jobs, but multiple passive income streams. The Financial Evangelist took us through so many points, and that isn't it. Today, he continues with blessing us with so much more. Without much ado, I welcome to the studio the Financial Evangelist. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much, Edwin. It's always a delight and a pleasure to be here to share with God's people. So it's on Christian business and finance. And as Edwin rightly said, we are looking at multiple income streams. We are using the word anatomy because we want to be able to bisect and dissect and look at the intestines, look at the bones, and look at all the digestive organs and things, so that we reveal all the truth that needs to be revealed, so that God's people can be free and live more productive and happy lives. So multiple income streams. Edwin, I think last week, did I talk about some of the reasons why we need to consider multiple income streams?
Yes, you did. You know, so that you're not scared of being fired.
Emergencies and all those things. So that's good. So I'm going to build on that today I'm going to look at the different types of income that we have, because we're talking about multiple income streams. What kind of income? So that's a very important aspect of the discussion. You need to know the kind of income we have, so you see which one fits your personality, which one fits your schedule, which one fits your purpose, and which one fits your ministry. Yes, this is very, very important. Now, there are about four basic, when you go online to search about different types of income, you get a lot of them. But for the purposes of this presentation, I am going to use the PIBE model. The PIBE model is P-I-B-E. P-I-B-E. So I'm going to look at four basic types of income for the purposes of this presentation. The first type of income is what we call the earned income. The earned income. Last week, I read Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2, where the NIV version encourages us to invest in about 7 ventures. And I think you remember I said that if you're a Christian, the least you should have 7 different businesses or income streams, that you are running. That is a challenge the Bible is throwing to us. And then Ecclesiastes tells us at the latter part of verse 2 that for we do not know what will happen on the morrow. So even as people who live by faith, the Bible is making it clear to us that we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket, because life is unpredictable. For the past couple of years, the weather has been some way. We're even blaming it on climate change, only for us to, get closer to towards June. And then every 2 days, here we are with an outpour of rain, causing a lot of havoc and also blessing farmers here and there. Everybody's getting their share. So life can be unpredictable, and that is why you must have multiple streams of income. So first one is earned income. What is earned income? Earned income is money you receive in exchange for your effort, your time, your work, your resources. I'm going to take my time for today's presentation because it's a bit technical, but you need to understand this if you're looking at creating money from different sources. Earned income, just as the name goes, if you don't work, you don't receive the money. Yes, if you don't work, you don't receive the money. In fact, there are some jobs, works, Edwin, where you even have to sign in if you report to show that you actually reported and did some work. Because if you go absent for about more than 10 days or something, it can be deducted from your salary. So so the principle for earned income is that you show up and you earn. If you don't show up, you don't earn, either at the end of the month or at the end of the week or at the end of the day. Examples: salaries, wages, overtime, freelance, and then some professionals like medical doctors and lawyers and co who also work, and then they earn this kind of income. Edwin, the truth is that this is where most people start from when it comes to earning. The only sin is when you remain at this level, where you have to put in effort, you have to put in your time before you are paid. So that's earned income. The most common of earned income is salary work, where you are paid at the end of the month. For others, they are paid at the end of the week. For others, they are paid daily, like some factory workers and co. The second type of income, passive income. Passive income, just as the name goes, it's money you earn without actively trading your time, your energy. It's an income you earned without actively trading your time and your energy for it. What's the principle for passive income? The principle is that you invest your time and your resource once, and then you earn from it forever. Passive income. You invest your time, you invest your resources once, and then for the rest of your life, till God calls you home, you will just be earning. What it means is that when it comes to passive income, whilst you are sleeping, money is coming. Whilst you are eating, money is going to your account. Whilst you are at the beach, money is flowing. Whilst you are on a 21-day fast, money is flowing. Whilst you are fasting, money is flowing. Whilst you are singing in the choir, money is flowing. Such a lovely type of income, Edwin, isn't it? Yeah. You can relax. You can travel to any part of the world. You can enjoy with your family. Whatever you do, money is always flowing. Passive income. You suffer once, you put out all the resources, you invest your energy, you earn forever. A common example, Nelson writing a book. He writes the book once, he invests money in printing and other stuff, he gets the book out there, and forever he earns from that book. He doesn't need to rewrite the book again every year. No, he writes a book once. All he needs to do is probably, if he goes for a conference, he prints a few copies. He puts the rest on digital platforms like Amazon and Seller, and people will be buying. It's called passive income. Another example of passive income. Royalties. I mentioned an example of royalties, which is actually the book model I spoke about. Yeah. The second one is music. The second one is music. So, passive income, I said, you suffer once, you invest all the money, you invest all the resources, for the rest of your life you earn from it. So musicians, don't joke with the various digital platforms. Anytime you see Jometo release a new song or Dynamite receive a new song, they put out a poster, and at the bottom of the poster, you see digital platforms there. You see, of course, YouTube is always there. You can't do that YouTube. You see YouTube, and you find the others also listed there. Why do they put the music on those platforms? Passive income stream. We are still on passive income. The other example also is rental income. Rental income.
Rental income.
Edwin puts his resources together, puts up chamber and hall building, 10 of them.
Yes.
That is the end. All the sufferings he went through in putting the money together, getting people to build it and all that, he does everything, he finishes it. And then he gets this out for rent. He has put up the building once. That's the end. Maybe, of course, maybe from time to time he may do maintenance, but he's done the work. That's all. Every year he will take rent. Every year. He doesn't need to go back, pull out the building, rebuild it again. No. At least for the next 20 years or more, he'll be taking rent for his building. Oftentimes, some people complain to say that the landlord will come and not check and do some maintenance work on the building. Look at the window, look at the doors, and all that. You are talking like that because you didn't know how he suffered to put out the building. Anyway, that's just by the way. But the whole idea is that he suffered for 10 years to raise money to put up a building, and that's the end. For the rest of his life, it's just about taking money. Building is fine. Let me put building aside. Let me talk about stores. That's another cash cow for most people. You go and get a land very close to the roadside. Wait for the place to develop. Give yourself 10 years. Give yourself 15 years, which is too long for some people anyway. Wait for the place to develop and come and put your long stretch of stores. First floor, second floor, third floor. 30 stores right at the main road. Other times, some people partner with banks and other financial institutions to do that. Whatever happens, you get the money, you build it, and then you go on vacation for the next 30, 40 years. Somebody will come and rent 2 years ago, another person will come 3 years ago, another person 1 year. Every year, you'll be taking money from that. This is what you call passive income. In fact, you can even stop working and just be taking rent from your stores. You will be okay for the rest of your life. There are others like online courses. Let's say you know how to do mushroom farming. So you develop step-by-step approach for doing that. You put it on a digital platform like your website or other platforms where people can pay money like 100 cedis or even 50 cedis and go and learn the course. And then the money comes into your pocket. You finish the course. You got a camera, video guys to video everything. You got somebody to edit it. It costs you money to do all that. Then you put it on your website or on a platform. People go there at any time. They buy the course and you earn your money. This is passive income. If you've been complaining, I don't have time, passive income will give you all the time you need in the world. You can travel anywhere. You can go anywhere. You can fast at any time. You can go on your preaching assignment. You can do whatever you want to do and money will be flowing. So number 1 is passive income. Number 2 is business income. Business income. Just as the name applies, it's money you earn from operating a business. Or let me add this word, which is very important. Money you earn from owning or part owning and running a business. So for instance, I have MBN House Publishers. I get money from running that business by publishing books for people. I and Edwin will decide to team up together to run a transport company. So we employ people to run it. At the end of the month, the profit comes. I take a part. Edwin also takes a part. I'm earning from it. Yeah. I don't need to go and drive the cars.
Yeah, after we can discuss that.
Yeah. I don't need to. Edwin doesn't need to drive. We just own it and we pay people. The drivers are driving it. At the end of the month, they do account. We take our profit and we share. It's called business income. My question to you, how many business incomes are you getting at the end of every month? That's a question we're thinking about. What's the principle for this business income? Number 1, you must ensure the business is profitable. Because as much as we are talking about it, we are not just talking about throwing your money into anything at all. Your business just should not exist for the sake of it. It must bring you profit. Ensure the business is profitable. So in as much as you are not the one running the business, put in systems, put in structures to ensure the business is profitable. So every month or every quarter or every year, you can get your returns from it. Examples of business income. Number 1, income from a partnership business, like I spoke about, myself and Edwin, transportation business. Number 2, income from a retail store. So you have a shop that sells washing powder, the different brands, though we call all of them Omo. So that shop sells washing powder and bar soaps. It brings you money. The profit you get from it is called business income. You also probably have a school. You've established a school. The money that comes from it is called business income. How many have I given?
Wow. Business income.
Let me do the last one. That should be the third one, I think so. Then Eric can come with his questions here. So the third one, investment income. Money generated from financial assets. Investment income. Money generated from financial assets. I'm sure you heard recently when Kristocentric Company Limited were offering their IPO, the initial public offer. I don't know how many shares you went to buy, but whatever it is, after the listing on the stock exchange, you can still go and buy in the secondary market. So, what is that IPO? What are you doing when you go and give your money to Kristocentric? They are raising money to expand their business and grow it bigger and make more money, so they can share some of the profit with you. So let's assume that you went to buy the share at 1 cedi 20 pesos per share. After 6 months, the price went to 2 cedis. You've made a profit of how much? 80 pesos. That is your capital gain. That's the profit you've made. In the future, if you are selling your shares, your cost price and your selling price, the difference becomes your profit. But whatever it is, in the long term, the share will definitely increase in value, despite all the up and downs of it. So capital gains from shares is an investment income. Don't be worried about the price of the share I quoted. That's just an example. There are people who have bought shares at smaller prices, and over a period of 20 years, you have no idea how much money they've made from that. Then we have dividends. Companies always pay dividend. Companies that are listed on the stock exchange, they always pay dividend to people who own shares. So that's another source. So apart from capital gains, you also stand to gain from dividends that the company pays to investors from time to time. Then we have retirement income, which unfortunately Snit will say that you should be 60 years before you can enjoy. Then, of course, there are other terms and conditions and details associated with it. When you contact the investment professionals, they will get you those details. In Ghana, we have a lot of them in the market. Then we also have interest from bonds. Bonds sometimes a bit more specialized because bonds has to do with lending money to a company. Mm-hmm. So let me say Zenith Bank is looking for $5 million. So you have $5 million, and then you invest that money with Zenith Bank. Under a special arrangement, they will give you a certain rate of return, what we call interest. That's a bond. So bond is not usually too common when it comes to the main market because, sometimes the companies require a certain amount of money that only some specialized people can get it. So maybe the last one I will talk about investment income is mutual funds. Mutual funds. So mutual funds is bringing monies together from different sources, and then again mutual funds also the value of your investment can grow over a period of time, and then you also gain from there. So if you bought a mutual fund worth 5,000 cedis, let's say in 3 years time it goes to 10,000 cedis, you've gained from it. That's a source of income. You don't need to do anything, just buy the fund and relax. Yes. Of course, if you do follow-ups and things.
Yeah.
My conclusion before your questions. Don't stay at the first level of income stream, which is just the end income, because that can be very dangerous. Number 2, though other sources of incomes are passive, you've got to do a lot of follow-up. You're going to track your investment. You've got to ask the questions. You've got to do the necessary adjustment over a period of time. Thank you very much, Edwin.
So many points that you've actually given us. In the beginning,
yes,
you mentioned income that fits personality.
Yes.
Are you trying to say that not anybody can do any job based on personality?
Of course now. Of course.
Really?
Myself, I've tried certain businesses that didn't work. And looking back 15 years ago, 20 years ago, I was even asking myself, why did I even bother myself to do those business? Like I was doing the business, Nelson Capital, I was lending money to people.
You were lending money to people?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, this should get close to 50 years or so ago.
And what happened?
Well, don't go there. Don't go there. What happened? The only thing I can remember is sleepless night. Sleepless night and going to court. Going to police station. That's the only thing I can remember.
You're chasing the money.
People who were living in houses disappeared all of a sudden.
Wow.
That business model wasn't good for me. But you and I know that some people have done that very well.
Yeah.
They've succeeded. So based on your personality, certain businesses are not good for you. No matter how profitable they are. Because sometimes the love of money can plunge you into all kinds of evil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not just
yeah.
evil, but sometimes headache and sleepless
yeah.
nights.
Yeah.
So please don't just chase money. Oh, there is money in this kind of business. When you put money there, you get more returns. Oh, this business is the latest business in time. Everybody's doing it. No. Do your analysis. Look at your personality. Look at your strengths. Look at your weaknesses. And then decide on the business that will help you. My happiest business is writing and publishing. And the good thing is that it's also profitable. So I'm having a good time. But in those days when I was lending money and chasing people, when you look at me, you wouldn't even allow me to enter this studio. I look too miserable.
So wait, what jobs fit certain personalities?
People know themselves. I'm not the one to come and give formulas here. You know yourself and what is good for you. There are people who are outspoken, who like to talk.
Yeah.
Obviously, they'll be very good at sales. Though that cannot be a very strict formula per se. Because some of the richest people in the world are very quiet people who don't like talking. But how did they make their money? That's another question altogether. So there are people who like talking. There are people who don't like talking. They are very technically gifted.
Yeah.
You see, if you are technically gifted, it means if you have a business that you are running, the business belongs to you, but you need to hire people who can handle the marketing and the financial and other aspect of the business. Do you get it?
Yeah.
But for somebody who is a bookworm, the person is likely to create business in that line. So Akiola has become a millionaire through what?
Books.
Yes. Was he selling tomatoes?
No.
No, he wasn't selling tomatoes. So that's what I'm talking about. Somebody has passion for construction. He loves buildings. Somebody has passion for cars. He loves cars. He end up having a car business. So your passion, your personality gives guidelines on what kind of business you like. There are people who just love to play with numbers. They love to audit things, check financial records and things. You know where they will end up at. So when you look at yourself critically, without anybody even talking to you, you will know where you belong. Sometimes the deception is that when you start it, the money will not be coming as you expect. So people will say, oh, why are you wasting your time on this? Go and look for something more profitable to do. Like if you saw me 25 years ago, you look at my room full of newspaper cartons and papers and books and all that. My shoes are only 2, my dresses are only few, books everywhere. You may think I don't have any future. In fact, some of my siblings even said it. Even at a point in time, my own parent will mention it. But today, they're very proud of me. Because, like, what is this guy all about? Every time he's with books, always writing, always doing this. I mean, what is it? But it took many years for me to be enjoying and earning from what you used like just as a useless guy. Yes.
So how long after someone starts a salaried job should they look to build passive income?
The first day of your work that you start working and you start earning your first salary, be putting a portion aside to start your own business.
So it shouldn't be like maybe 6 months
No.
after?
In fact, you should even have that vision before you start. So let me even assume you are in the university. Of course, in the university, you are supposed to be saving. Though some of the university students will say that they don't have money. People assume that they are in the university. So whatever money they get, they squander. They'll go and buy pizza. You are buying pizza every week because you are in the university and you have free money coming. No. Start planning towards your future. So by the time you start working in that bank or insurance company or that ministry or church or whatever company it will be, you start putting small aside for your side business.
Yeah.
Yes. Then maybe after working for 3 years or 5 years, I'm sure you would have done all your background work. Then you keep rolling the business. Some people are already prepared. So after working for 1 year, they're able to save enough. And they start their business. So don't wait for long. You don't have enough time. Once you start work, start saving towards your side business.
Wow. So what about those that are afraid to just let people run their business so it becomes passive? They are scared the person will run away with the money or not treat the business well, crash it. So they feel they must always be there to manage it.
That's a very smart question. Myself and my twins, every evening at 6 o'clock, I will shout, no pain, no gain. Then they will respond. In the morning to the same thing. Morning 6 o'clock, I shout, no pain, no gain. And look at my next night, they will respond. That's it. No pain, no gain. If you are afraid of people spending your money, you can never be rich. Yes, you can even write that down. If you are afraid of people stealing from you, people cheating you, taking your things away, you can never be rich, because the formula is no pain, no gain. No matter what you do, people will steal from you. No matter what you do, people will take portions of your thing away. The only thing is that they won't steal all. They will steal some and leave some. What's your problem? What is your problem? You should even thank God that they have even stolen and left some for you. So Edwin, it's something that we are all concerned about. That why would you invest such an amount of money and then at the end of it you lose everything? Of course, you have to do the risk mitigating stuff by putting in structures and systems. Sometimes people steal because there are no proper structures and systems in place. So your shop, you don't have CCTV camera. Do you get it?
Yeah.
So already you are telling the people that anybody can do anything.
Yeah.
So even if I come to the shop and I don't intend to steal, you have created a stealing inspiring atmosphere for me.
Yeah.
So I'll be tempted to do what? To steal. So Edwin, oftentimes the reason why people insist being there is because the systems and the structures there are not strong enough. If people are running business for you, you must have regular meetings with them. You must cross-check everything. You yourself, you must understand the nitty-gritties of the business. Because there are cases where people just love the profit from the business and they have no idea about the nitty-gritties of the business that they are investing in. So you create more room for people to steal from you. But if you understand the business, how money comes, how money goes, you're well positioned to maximize the returns on that business so you don't lose out.
But is there ever a business that is free from risk? Even you mentioned the Kristocentric IPOs and the bonds, we have sometimes, you buy it at a certain price, but before you realize it dips. Is there an instrument or business out there void of any risk?
No, there is no risk-free business anywhere. You remember what happened with the debt exchange program by the past government? Yes, I think for a long time that's the first time we had something like that. No one expected it, because we've always said that government instrument, financial instruments are risk-free. So people bought bonds for 5 years, for 3 years. All of a sudden, they cannot. I have a very good friend of mine. He turned 60 this year. He's been in the insurance business for 35 years. He has about 3 different, insurance companies and some brokerage services as well. And he was telling me that most of their monies were locked up as well, and getting it was difficult, and it affected them big time. So that's the nature of risk. There is no risk-free stuff anywhere. So what we are all doing is managing the risk. We are all managing the risk. And all that. So you always put in place measures to navigate the risk. So if anyone comes to you that this is it, there is no risk, this is risk-free, you will get this. No, you don't have to accept. Like you said, you buy shares at a certain price. I remember I have one share that I bought since 2008, and I haven't sold it yet. 2008, I was in the final year at Legon. I haven't sold it yet because I'm still watching the price. And then there are other shares that you watch and you give yourself a target. When it gets here, I want to sell. I get my returns, I'm out and all that. So that's the nature of life. Don't be afraid of risk. Study the business, study the risk factors, and study how to mitigate the risk. But don't go through life avoiding risk. Yeah, because there's risks always all around.
Wow. So before we draw the curtains, is there anything that you want to tell our listeners, tell the viewers?
Have a strategy for creating passive income. This is something, Edwin, I wish I had known earlier. Yes. Have a strategy. What I mean by that is, let's say you've just joined the media and you're working. You're a media person. You're going to spend most of your life either working with radio or TV. Okay? But you don't like the idea of going through traffic every day, going to work. Rushing here, rushing there, not having time for your family and all that, because media work can be very demanding. Right from the start, set a target for yourself. I'm going to raise this amount of money. I'm going to invest it in 1, 2, 3 business, which can run without me, and I'll get my income. So in a matter of 15 years, 10 years, you're okay. You're okay, you are fine. Without a clear plan in place, you can spend 20 years in the media and still realize that you want to leave media, but you can't leave. Because when you leave media, there's nothing there for you. So as grown and as tired and as exhausted as you may be, you still have to be coming and be doing something, because man must survive. So when there's no clear roadmap, I'm doing this for 10 years. After that, I'm out. The next phase of my life, I'm just going to focus on my Airbnb business. I'm doing this, I am out. For the next 10 years, the school that I started whilst I was working, I am going to see to the management of the school. If you don't do that, there'll be nothing for you. And you will remain at where you are for. You can pray all the prayers, do all the fasting, do everything. The Bible said that God blesses the work of our hands. God orders and directs our steps. So there are things that if you don't decide to do, it won't happen. It will not happen. If you finish your first degree and you don't decide to do a master's, you can be there for 30 years without a master's degree because you haven't specified that at this time I want to do this. At this stage, I want to do this. Life must be strategic.
Life must be strategic. Thank you so much for actually joining us in our studios today to talk about the multiple income streams. Thank you so much. And for all those that just tuned in, you have been listening to the Kingdom Finance series with the Financial Evangelist. Quick one. If they want to follow you, how can they follow you?
The Financial Evangelist, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. The Financial Evangelist, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
The Financial Evangelist, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kingdom Finance series. We have been talking about the anatomy of multiple income streams. If you're a Christian listening, watching, and want to build multiple income streams, such that down the line, you can decide to rest from the kind of wages or salaried work and relax and still make income, just go to our YouTube page, the Kristocentric station, and also Kristocentric TV, and watch from the beginning, the first episode to this episode. Catch every single point that has been made by the Financial Evangelist. My name is your boy Edwin Techi. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Kingdom Finance series. Make sure you don't change your station, change the dial, and listen to Kristocentric station. Enjoy the rest of your day. God bless.
You're listening to Kristocentric